So let's start with the toughest. Is spirituality a hoax? The answer would be yes as well as no. Let's start with the yes first. According to my understanding, most of the people in our country are not aware of this subject properly, the subject of spiritualism. If you ask anybody as to the word that you so liberally use, the word spirit, do you know what it is? Would you know the difference between spiritualism and spirituality? Would you know what it is to be spiritual? None of them have been able to answer any of these four ABCDs of the subject of spiritualism. And furthermore, what happens? They go to some guru, celebrity, spiritual artist here and there, read a few books, and they presume that they have become spiritual. Start gossiping about it. They do a little bit of practices like meditation and yoga and mantra and japa and religious practices or religious shlokas, Sanskrit shlokas, tough shlokas. They start repeating and imitating them and consider themselves to be spiritual. In fact, they are just inflating their ego and make a gossip out of it. Why? Because if I was incorrect, many would be transformed through all the millions of people who are practicing meditation and all these practices. Physical benefits, yes. Meditation definitely has. But when it comes to spiritual, I'm sorry. As far as I know, it is still a hoax. Why? Because nobody knows the basic ABCDs of spiritualism or spiritual or spirit or anything concerning to this subject. Now, let's come down to that it's not a hoax. Once you have understood, not know the subject, but understand the subject, because according to me, knowing a subject is very different from understanding a subject. You teach a class of say 40 students, it's not necessary. The same subject, the same chapter, 40 people have been told and they have understood in the same manner. Some will understand in wholesome and some will understand in fragments and some may not understand at all. So, what I'm trying to say, it's the understanding which is far more important, where your individual intelligence is used to clearly, lucidly know the subject. And once you know this subject, what happens? Then you can solve most of your mental problems by utilizing the spirit, because after all, we comprise of the body, mind, which we are well aware of, and also the spirit and the soul. Now, how do we utilize the spirit and the soul? Once you come to know and understand that, spirituality no longer remains a hoax. Namaste. Thank you.